Hello friends, today we are starting a complete new fresh batch for English medium students for Indian economy while keeping in view the next year's civil services examination for 2027. This batch will be completely taught by myself, and this batch is PT ka men's batch, but we here make complete separation between the two types of classes. We give separate classes for prelims and men's. We do not follow the methodology like पीटी को आप ज्यादा पढ़ा के एक्सटेंड करके यू आर क्लेमिंग दैट कि इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ मेंस. No, justice will not be done if you do not make the complete separation. So today we are starting from prelims course first. Once it is over, then we will be moving towards studying, men's course. So in today's class, I will be giving a kind of introduction. I will be giving some kind of, guidance regarding how to prepare Indian economy for prelims purpose. From syllabus to strategy to other things, study materials and so on. I will be speaking about this briefly, and next class will be the class for actual syllabus. Introduction will be over today, then from tomorrow onwards I will be teaching you the syllabus, and in this class I will be giving my class plan also. So let us start, and let me tell you one thing. Most of the students are quite fearful about economics as a subject. Indian economy is nothing but application of theory of economics in a particular ecology that is ecology of India. So people become fearful that without understanding theory and making its connection with the facts and other things regarding Indian economy, how we will be able to cover this subject. तो ये प्रॉब्लम जो फील होती है कई लोगों को, तो आई विल टीच यू इन सच ए मैनर that you feel that it is quite easy subject, easier subject, and unnecessarily we were fearful about it, or we are fearful about it. Only one thing I can say about economics, that economics is the subject of common sense. अगर मैं एक ही बात कहूँ economics के लिए, एक बात में मेरे को कहना हो economics, तो economics is nothing but a kind of economics is nothing but you can equate it with common sense. And I think anybody who is preparing for UPSC must be quite full of common sense. Though someone said कि common sense is very uncommon. If you see, there was a thinker who said common sense is very uncommon. अब उन्होंने बोला तो उसका तो मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता, बट यूपीएससी का कोई भी स्टूडेंट कॉमन सेंस तो रखता ही है. कॉमन सेंस अगर आपके पास है तो आपकी इकोनॉमिक्स अच्छी होगी. सिंपल चीज है. कॉमन सेंस बोलता है इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग व्हिच इज इन अबंडेंस, हुज सप्लाई इज ग्रेटर, सप्लाई इज ग्रेटर देन डिमांड. वेरी सिंपल. Then there is no scarcity. Valuation comes from scarcity. So if anything is abundantly available, its scarcity will be low and value will be low. And in economics, or if you apply value and money together, then value becomes price. Today let me tell you one more thing. Our digital board is having some kind of technical problem today, so I thought to teach you on whiteboard, traditional whiteboard. So please do not mind it. In one day or two we will be having our digital board repaired. So ultimately your main purpose is to get study or knowledge, to get success at examination. Whether it is to digital board or traditional whiteboard doesn't matter. So friends, are you getting it? Even a common man, a farmer can understand कि ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन हो गया तो प्राइस नीचे चली जाएगी. कॉमन सेंस की बात है. सो कॉमन सेंस अप्लाई कर करके आप मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल if your income is higher, demand for food grains is not going to become very higher because the food grains are related with your biological capacity. Common sense बोल रहा है. तो आपकी इनकम बढ़ने से आप ज्यादा नहीं खाने लगोगे. सपोज आपकी इनकम डबल हो जाती है तो क्या आप सॉल्ट डबल खाओगे? दिस वे यू आर टू अंडरस्टैंड इट. इसलिए कई बार क्या होता है, मेनी टाइम्स व्हाट हैपेंस लाइक दोज कंट्रीज विच आर एक्सपोर्टिंग प्राइमरी आर्टिकल्स. अब इसी चीज को आप इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक्स में रिलेट कर दीजिए. दोज कंट्रीज विच एक्सपोर्ट प्राइमरी आर्टिकल्स, they are not having big scope of market if other countries are growing. उनकी इनकम बढ़ रही है, they are getting higher and higher GDP, and higher and GDP creates demand for various products, luxury products or various other products. But they are not going to increase demand for spices, they are not going to increase demand for food grains, pulses very much. Result will be what? World growth is not going to help you much. Even if you are a very common type of student, मतलब बिल्कुल आपने नहीं पढ़ा है, still I think those people who are hearing my lecture, they can well understand it कि what I am telling, what I mean to say. This way I will be teaching you. Don't get worried कि मेरा क्या होगा. And our record is what? We are not very much in marketing. You know very well that we are not, in various social platforms and a big kind of commercialization. We are working silently. So, but if you see our record, if you try to search for our record and performance, some seniors of you, those people who studied here through, either online or offline, they have got good score in Indian economy particularly. Even recently held prelims paper, out of, 12 questions broadly were put up from Indian economy Indian economy, segment. 9 to 10 questions were straight away from, our class notes. These things are not to be told in any lecture, but like many a times we are forced to say. So this way, this is not a kind of guarantee, but we try to work in such a manner that more than 50% questions you are able to do, either directly or through the knowledge which we try to give in our class. So friends, don't, come under the stress how to cover Indian economy. Very simple line I said you, only 2 words, common sense, right? So economics is a kind of, common sense. Now, but like we need to follow a particular syllabus. हमें एक syllabus follow करना पड़ेगा. ये नहीं कि we are doing everything, we are studying everything. From where we should start? बहुत ज़्यादा basic बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Basic आप syllabus पे चलो. Suppose your syllabus is something like this. This is the way you are to reach to UPSC. And you are person X, suppose. You are to go through this route. Why to go outside of this route? Now when you travel through this route, there are some points like which are out of your syllabus, suppose, which are not strictly given in syllabus. So try to look at these points, but this is main, your syllabus or your course. So this way we try to develop the students ki how to cover these things, right? For example, you are studying about GDP, right? And when you are studying about GDP, there is a economics called by this name Keynesian economics. So you are not to directly study Keynesian economics. Your GDP is here. Because if you see previous year unsolved question papers, you will be finding some questions about GDP. But if you try to solve these questions, you must have a kind of theoretical strong base. For this you need to study Keynesian economics, a kind of economics given by John Maynard Keynes when he wrote a book in 1936 in the name of, general theory. उसको आप पकड़ लेते हो, मॉनेटरी फिस्कल पॉलिसी, डिमांड कैसे, प्रोडक्शन कोई भी है, जीडीपी इज ए काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. and production is according to demand. So demand type of theories are given under this economics. This economics was given by John Maynard Keynes. This way you can cover the topics, right? So main thing is your syllabus, and then supplementary things can be done. And basics will be automatically done in the class. When we will be moving through the syllabus, automatically basics will come. But when you first start basics, then you are not aware कि मेरे को क्या basic पढ़ना है. बेसिक का भी बेसिक होता है कई बार. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई आपसे पूछे कि जीडीपी लीड्स टू वेलफेयर, तो क्या कभी आपने सोचा कि बेसिक्स में मेरे को वेलफेयर का मीनिंग पता होना चाहिए? वेलफेयर मतलब क्या है यहाँ पर? सो हाउ टू कवर द बेसिक, बट वेन यू नो दैट कि जीडीपी मेरे को पढ़ना होगा, बट एट द टाइम ऑफ स्टडिंग जीडीपी you can talk about welfare. People like me can explain you कि welfare means what. Like in economics, welfare means what? In economics, welfare means a feeling of goodness. जब आपको अच्छा लगने लगे, भले ही no matter whether it is really good for you, but at the time of consuming anything, when you are feeling good, it is welfare. Economics में ethics नहीं होता है कि ये चीज, if someone is smoking means having a cigarette in his hands, so he is getting satisfaction, it is welfare for him. Economics में उसको welfare ही बोलेंगे. तो भले ही उसके लिए सिगरेट पीना, स्मोकिंग करना अच्छा नहीं है, हम सब लोग जानते हैं कि अच्छा नहीं है, बट morally you say, ethically you say, health wise you say, but when he is consuming it, he is feeling a kind of intoxication, so he is satisfied. तो आपको अलग से वेलफेयर क्यों पढ़ना है? When you will be moving through your syllabus, various technical words will come in your way, and I will be explaining it, these words, and you will be getting a hold on these words with having a sense of relationship. कोई भी चीज को आप पढ़ रहे हो और उसकी रिलेशन नहीं बन पा रही है, then you will see it is a futile type of effort. Why I am doing it? Right, friends? So this is how I will be teaching you, and my teaching style is slow. Gradually I will work and I lift the standard of the students gradually. So if you hear me carefully, all classes you attentively attend, you will get good control. And not only this will be helping you in economics, it will also be helping you in interviews, essays, type of areas. So friends, this way we will be moving. We will be straightforward entering into the syllabus, not making big background and basics. I will be teaching you basics at the time of covering the syllabus. So you may be thinking about what is going to be my methodology of teaching. So I'm not letting you to see complete video to find out a place where I'm talking about my teaching methodology. Right at the time of starting, I'm telling that I will be working that way. Another important thing is what I very rarely use PPTs in my class. It is quite easier. Chat GPT, multiplicity of various items are there. You can sit on a chair and you are speaking and everything is coming on the board through PPTs, and you are fastly explaining. This way you are not able to develop any student. So I will be dictating in the class. Dictation I will do in my class. So I will be speaking, you will be writing. I will be speaking, you will be writing. And those people who are online, they can WhatsApp their questions. For example, today I am teaching something. At the time of teaching, friends, taking comments from the student disturbs the class, right? So you are not able to organize the class in a proper manner. So first of all, you will be having list of questions in my class. If you hear me carefully, if you hear me patiently, you will get your queries solved automatically. For example, today you may be having some doubt, but you are attending tomorrow's class. The class on the day after tomorrow, suppose, you will be finding your queries solved automatically. Still, if you are having any problem, you can WhatsApp these problems, and we will be working on that. This way, Zoom meeting also we can conduct to have one-to-one interaction with you. So friend, this is how we are going to accomplish your course. And in this lecture I will be talking about my class plan. So in that class plan I will tell you that कि there are 6 chapters. जो भी class plan में बताने वाला हूँ आपको, उसमें 6 chapters में मेरी classes होंगी. So after each chapter we will be conducting a kind of test to judge whether you have got the particular knowledge of that chapter or not. And we are not going to overload you with the multiplicity of papers, materials, other things. Here we are not going to get you make notes more than 1000 pages here. Neither you are to go through more than 1000 printed pages. Very brief and good, more explanatory type of classes we will be giving you. And accuracy, examination accuracy is very high. Up to now, with the grace of the God, we have been able to achieve this. For next time I cannot say, but history is one thing. जो भी पीछे रहा उसके हिसाब से मैं आपको ये कह सकता हूँ कि आपको एक अच्छा बेनिफिट इस क्लास के अंदर मिलेगा. Right? So let us first talk about the syllabus. So if you see the UPSC syllabus, like for Indian economy, you will be forgiving us for not using digital board. I told you that there is a technical glitch in that board. So in a day or two, we will be getting it back. The syllabus for Indian economy, if you see, these are the topics like poverty, and this syllabus is under social and economic development. If you see your syllabus for UPSC prelims examination, there is a broader topic in the name of social and economic development. Under that you will be finding the syllabus for Indian economy. So poverty, inclusions, sustainable development, and today I am quite happy to go traditional. पुरानी चीजें अपनी जगह पे अच्छी होती है. So today I was telling to my staff कि मैं फिर से व्हाइट बोर्ड पे आ गया. पॉवर्टी, इंक्लूजन, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, डेमोग्राफिक्स, social sector initiatives, poverty, inclusion, sustainable development, demographics, social sector initiatives, etc. Demographics is covered in geography, but this language is here, therefore I wrote demographics also. So these are the topics, but can you understand the syllabus simply looking at the syllabus? syllabus की तरफ देख के क्या आप syllabus कर पाते हो? नहीं कर पाते हो. For this you need to see unsolved papers कि मेरे syllabus में exactly क्या आ रहा है. तो अगर आप पुराने पेपर्स देखते हो, अनसोल्ड पेपर्स देखते हो, तो इन सवालों पे, इन जो वर्ड्स हैं पॉवर्टी, इंक्लूजन, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, सोशल सेक्टर इनिशिएटिव्स, इन पे आपको कम क्वेश्चंस दिखेंगे. Like if you see 2026 prelims paper, there was a question about multi-dimensional poverty index, and they put up a question about comparison between a global MPI and Niti Aayog's NMPI, National Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index. कौन से पैरामीटर है नहीं है उसको लेके if you see this year's prelims paper आपको पता लगेगा. तो कुछ सवाल एक आधे मतलब आ जाते हैं इनसे, लेकिन इस पार्ट को अगर हम देखते हैं, सो मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स डू नॉट थिंक अबाउट इट कि भाई इटसेट्रा इसका क्या ही मतलब है. This year's examination, if you see, around 12 questions were there from Indian economy section. But if you previous year papers, if you see 19, 20, this was usually the number, right? So assuming here like 20 questions are put up from Indian economy segment, then 15 questions come from undefined syllabus. For example, there was a question about UPI, CBDC type of comparison. There was a question about tokenization. There was a question about financial inclusion index and so on. उन सबको आप किधर रखोगे? आपको इटसेट्रा में डालना पड़ेगा. And remaining part, at most 5 questions. उस 5 questions में भी social sector initiatives in which you mostly study government schemes for social welfare. 3 or 4 questions will come from this side, and poverty, inclusion, sustainable development, demographics, etc. Demographic is the part of geography. So one question you can expect from these topics, 3 to 4 from this side, and mostly from etc. side. So it becomes utmost important कि इसको हम कैसे control करें. So I made a class plan about this कि how to move through the syllabus so that we are able to do maximum of questions is right. So this is the UPSC syllabus. Now I am talking about class syllabus. So how we will be conducting sequence wise? Sequence is quite important. We are not to see कि which chapter is easier for the students to understand. No. हर चीज की रिलेशन बनती है. हम बैंकिंग पहले इसलिए नहीं पढ़ लेंगे कि बैंकिंग अच्छा लगता है, वो अट्रैक्टिव है. हमें बैंकिंग, मनी और इसका रोल समझना पड़ेगा. तो हमें जीडीपी को पकड़ना पड़ेगा पहले. जीडीपी से हमें उनकी रेलिवेंस समझ में आएगी. बिकॉज यू नो वेरी वेल कि जीडीपी से वेलफेयर की कनेक्शन है. मोर प्रोडक्शन, जीडीपी गिव्स यू प्रोडक्शन, एंड प्रोडक्शन इज ऑल्सो अ सोर्स ऑफ इनकम. जो प्रोडक्शन आप कर रहे हो उसको व्हेन यू सेल इट इन द मार्केट यू विल बी गेटिंग इनकम, एंड इनकम विल बी डिस्पोज्ड बाय यू इन परचेजिंग द वेरियस आइटम्स. सो जीडीपी इज वर्किंग हियर लाइक व्हाट की आपको प्रोडक्शन गुड्स भी दे रहा है प्लस वो इनकम भी दे रहा है. सो ये गुड्स के साथ गुड्स दे रहा है, फिर परचेजिंग पावर दे रहा है यानी कि इनकम दे रहा है, और फिर वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट भी दे रहा है. बिकॉज यू कैन नॉट जस्टिफाई एम्प्लॉयमेंट विदाउट प्रोडक्शन. टेक्निकली हम गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर की बात नहीं कर रहे, हम समाज की बात नहीं कर रहे. टेक्निकली, प्रैक्टिकली, लॉजिकली प्रोडक्शन से ही एम्प्लॉयमेंट है. इफ देर इज नो प्रोडक्शन इन अ फैक्ट्री, व्हाई लेबरर्स विल बी अपॉइंटेड? So GDP provides employment, income, goods, so it leads to welfare. Right? This way you are to understand. So first, now how GDP should be impacted, how GDP is related with a monetary policy. Because when we implement monetary policy, our target is what we want to achieve accelerated growth with price stability. We want to achieve potential GDP, we want to achieve full employment, but prices should remain stable. So then you have to understand ki how monetary policy is related with GDP. So you have to talk first about GDP. You need to study Keynesian economics, where Keynes says that ki how rate of interest impacts investment, and investment is a kind of demand, और GDP कैसे उससे change होगा. तो हमें सीधा बैंकिंग में नहीं जाना है. दिस इज हाउ आई वांट टू एक्सप्लेन यू. So our class syllabus is having 6 chapters. And these 6 chapters are, first chapter is national income and product. Right. Second is public finance. Once this chapter is over, then we will be studying about money and banking. Then we will be moving for financial markets. Then foreign or external sector. And sixth is a kind of social sector. Even in economics, I made social sector. And here there are 3 topics: poverty, unemployment and inflation. 3 topics I will be teaching in this area of social sector. This is our sequence wise syllabus, so that we are able to cover maximum questions. And one more thing, like I will be supporting my teaching through separate classes for budget, survey, RBI annual report. We will be covering current affairs of economy for the whole year. Even मीन्स मतलब अगर आप उसको देखेंगे तो पीछे भी हम चले जाते हैं, जो करंट ईयर है उसके अलावा भी पीछे के जो ईयर्स हैं उनमें भी कहीं हमें लगता है कि यहाँ पर जरूरत है इसकी, देन वी विल मूव फर्दर बैकवर्ड्स टू कवर अदर ईयर्स, राइट. और आप अगर पेपर्स देखते हो तो कई बार सवाल जो आते हैं वो थोड़े से लेट पूछता है यूपीएससी, सेम ईयर के कई बार नहीं आके पिछले 1 साल मतलब 1 साल से भी पीछे के, 2 साल से भी पीछे के यूपीएससी पूछता है. तो जो 10 क्लासेस 10 क्लासेस आई गिव इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च और अप्रैल, नेक्स्ट ईयर जो होगा 2027 उसमें मैं आपको करंट अफेयर्स की क्लास इकोनॉमी को लेकर 10 to 12 क्लासेस I will be conducting, so that you are fully updated to properly sit in the prelims examination. तो वो हम सपोर्ट करेंगे आगे चल के, और वो आपके इसी प्रोग्राम का पार्ट होगा. We are not going to have a separate charge for this, though it is charged for other students, we charge separately, but in your course it is a part of your course. So economic survey, budget, RBI annual report, SEBI annual report, you need not worry about that. We will be covering them in a proper way. So you are free from that tension also. So, but you have to wait for these classes, and during these classes you try to improve your core type of economics, and here also we will be making some relations with the current affairs, some examples with the current affairs and so on. And separate booster type of class also we will be giving you. So this is our class syllabus. Now, how you should prepare? I am today teaching you, giving you introduction very briefly because of this technical issue of digital bond, and in the next class I think I will be able to speak more on such things. But today, since we are launching, so we are having a brief type of lecture on this topic of Indian economy. So how to prepare Indian economy? For PT 2027, which things we need to follow So not for 2027 for any year examination, right? You must have good control over concepts, right? You understand about the concepts like GDP, what is GDP, what is GNP, how they are different from each other, revenue deficit, fiscal deficit, exchange rate. Means you understand what I mean when I say concepts. And you must be well aware about the facts. Like Kant is one philosopher who said that concepts are empty without facts. अगर आपने concept पढ़ा है but आपके पास fact नहीं है, you do not know factual information about Indian economy, like in human development or other levels, even at the level of GDP, we are standing actually where? Why we are not in the category of high income countries, though at the global level our rank is good. What is the growth rate which we need to become a developed country by 2047? What must be CAGR, compound annual growth rate, which India need to achieve? What is the present growth rate? What is our status regarding GDP? What is our status regarding human development? So you must be quite aware about facts so that your concepts are really complete, because you are filling the concepts with the facts. So Kant very rightly said concepts are empty without facts, and Kant also said that facts are blind without concepts. कोई भी फैक्ट ब्लाइंड हो जाएगा अगर आपके पास कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है तो इन दोनों को आपको साथ में चलाना पड़ेगा. और फैक्ट्स भी कई तरह के होते हैं, लाइक किसी स्कीम का फीचर, वो भी एक फैक्ट है कि इन दिस स्कीम ओनली दोज पीपल कैन पार्टिसिपेट हुज एज इज 21 ईयर और मोर. तो ये भी क्या एक फैक्ट है. 16th फाइनेंस कमीशन रिकमेंडेशंस, FRBM एक्ट रिव्यू कमेटी रिकमेंडेशंस, ये सब क्या है, उन सबको आप फीचर्स में डाल सकते हो, ये भी एक फैक्ट है. डेटा भी एक फैक्ट है और ट्रेंड भी एक फैक्ट है. Many a times you find the questions like in the last decade India's GDP continuously increased. last decade, ये ट्रेंड को पूछ रहा है. ट्रेंड रिक्वायर्स गुड टाइम पीरियड, एक लंबा टाइम पीरियड होना चाहिए, 10 ईयर, 5 ईयर, 20 ईयर. उसमें क्या ट्रेंड आ रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सेंसेक्स इज मूविंग लाइक दिस, so it is fluctuating, but trend is what, like it is moving up. So trend type of facts are also there. Data's pure data, like what is the debt GDP ratio of India, what is the percentage of fiscal deficit with respect to GDP, what is the current account deficit, and so on. So you must be good at facts. Third point which is quite important is interconnectivity. अलग अलग जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं वो इंटरकनेक्ट कैसे हो रहे हैं, राइट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जीडीपी एक कॉन्सेप्ट है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक कॉन्सेप्ट है, या अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट एक कॉन्सेप्ट है. लेट मी राइट अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. एंड इन्फ्लेशन एक कॉन्सेप्ट है. Right. When GDP increases, inflation does also increase, but unemployment becomes less. So you can also say that when unemployment is reduced, inflation will increase. Flip scale theory. So indirectly we are deriving it. So when GDP is higher, unemployment is less. Same thing. If increase in GDP is leading to inflation, then decrease in unemployment, which is not possible without increase in GDP, will also lead to inflation. Now we are in policy dilemma कि हम क्या करें, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट कम करें तो इन्फ्लेशन आ जाता है. ये रिलेशंस आपको देखने पड़ेंगे जब आप आंसर करते हो प्रीलिम्स के अंदर. अलग अलग जो ऑप्शंस होते हैं, इंटरकनेक्टिविटी इज इंपॉर्टेंट. वर्टिकल अप्रोच you are to follow. Means integration of PT with मेंस and vice versa. इससे क्या होगा कि आपको you will be getting more benefit from the studies. like prelims की कई बातें मेंस में भी आ जाती है कई बार, और मेंस रिलेटेड चीजें प्रीलिम्स में सवाल के रूप में आ जाती है. तो वर्टिकल अप्रोच फॉलो करने से आपको बेनिफिट होगा, और प्रिडिक्टेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए कि आप क्वेश्चंस को प्रिडिक्ट कर पाते हो कि नहीं. ये देखना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि तैयारी में फिर आपने जो तैयारी करी तो फिर उसका बेनिफिट क्या है जब आप क्वेश्चंस को प्रिडिक्ट नहीं कर पा रहे हो. तो उसके लिए आपको यू आर टू सी सिलेबस प्रॉपरली. फिर अनसॉल्व्ड पेपर्स, पुराने पेपर आपको देखने पड़ेंगे, और करंट को पढ़ना पड़ेगा. उसके बेसिस पे अनसोल्ड पेपर्स आपको पैटर्न बता देंगे. लेकिन इन माय व्यू unsolved papers, PYQs are not very much helpful in prediction of the questions in the next examination. ज़्यादातर बच्चों को लगता है कि मैं PYQ सोल्व कर लूँ, या किसी भी क्लास में अगर वो PYQ कर पा रहा है, जैसे मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ आप PYQ कर पा रहे हो, तो यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट कि नहीं सही चल रहा है. बट आई एम नॉट बिलीविंग इन दिस, आई डू नॉट बिलीव इन दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंकिंग. आप पेपर उठा के देख लो, एक आधा क्वेश्चन रिपीट हो जाता है कहीं ना कहीं घूम के, अदरवाइज तो क्वेश्चंस नए ही आते हैं. तो PYQ आपको ज्यादा हेल्प करेंगे पैटर्न को पकड़ने में, और थोड़ा बहुत मदद कर सकते हैं कुछ स्मॉल नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस के लिए. अदरवाइज यू शुड बी फॉरवर्ड लुकिंग. यू मस्ट हैव एन एबिलिटी टू फोरकास्ट कि कैसे कि चेंज हो रहे हैं और उनको लेके मेरे को क्या काम करना चाहिए. सो दिस इज 5 fundamental things which you can follow to prepare Indian economy for prelims purpose. And now so far as in you are everybody is aware, मतलब YouTube वगैरह पे हर जगह पे वही चीज़ें हैं. हमें क्या करना होगा, हम कौन सा मटेरियल पढ़ें, राइट. तो in my view, like you study material so far as study material is concerned, so most important is our class notes. मैं वो क्लास नोट्स जो आपको बनवाऊंगा उनमें सभी चीज़ें रहेंगी, अपने आप रहेगी. तो आपको एज ए लाइफ लाइन क्लास नोट्स को यूज़ करना है. कोई भी डाउट अगर आपको होता है तो यू शुड मैसेज, गो फॉर मैसेजिंग द डाउट थ्रू व्हाट्सएप एंड वी विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट. इंडियन इकोनॉमी की एक बुक आती है डेवलपमेंट एंड पॉलिसी, IC ढिंगरा. वो इफ यू सो लाइक, इन माय व्यू, इवन इफ यू डू नॉट परचेज इट, इट्स ओके फॉर अस. या और कोई बुक आपको लगती हो, IC ढिंगरा वाली किताब ले सकते हैं. दैट यू नीड टू हैव अनसोल्ड पेपर्स. Then you are to study economic survey and budget. At least 3 years. 3 साल के इकोनॉमिक सर्वे एंड बजट को आपको देखना पड़ेगा. So I'm already telling कि when I will be teaching you, I will be talking about all these things automatically. मतलब रेफरेंस में उठा भी सकता हूँ, नहीं भी उठाऊँ, लेकिन आपके नोट्स में अपने आप वो कवरेज आ जाएगा. सो बट स्टिल इफ यू वांट टू डू एट योर ऑन लेवल, इकोनॉमिक सर्वेंट बजट आपको देखना पड़ेगा 3 साल का, जो मतलब करंट ईयर चल रहा वो देखना है, उसके पीछे का देखना है, जिस साल एग्जाम देनी है उसका आपको देखना है. वन न्यूज़पेपर यू शुड स्टडी लाइक बिजनेस स्टैंडर्ड. फॉर अपडेशन पर्पस, एंड आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू दैट कि उनका एडिटोरियल्स आप पढ़ो. अगर आपके पास, इफ यू आर हैविंग एनफ टाइम, you can go through those. Otherwise, I am suggesting this newspaper. Why? Because you can get updation of current events or affairs कि क्या हो रहा है, वो चीज़ आपको मालूम चल जाए. इस तरह से आपका, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा स्टडी मटेरियल पे फोकस नहीं करता. मेन चीज़ ये है. अब मेरी क्लास के बाद भी आपको अगर स्टडी मटेरियल गैदर करना पड़ जाए तो व्हाट इज़ द सेंस देन? सो बट पीपल, जो डॉक्टर ज़्यादा मेडिसिन प्रिस्क्राइब करता है, ज़्यादा टेस्ट लिखता है, तो उसको ज़्यादा अच्छा मानते हैं. बट आई एम नॉट ऑफ दैट डिज़ाइन. वाई टू बर्डन स्टूडेंट्स, लाइक कि मेरा काम है इसमें जो भी करने का. अगर आपको 20 क्वेश्चंस आते हैं तो 10 to 12 पे आप चले जाएंगे आराम से, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. मिनिमम आप इतना कर पाओगे इफ़ यू attentively do the classes here. So this is how you can make a kind of plan for prelims examination. So in today's lecture, I'm not speaking much, and in next classes I will be giving you various hints about how to improve your knowledge in Indian economy, how to get exam oriented stuff. So thank you very much. Let us meet in the next class. Thank you.